All right, cool.
Why you going out of town?
Can you see me?
Yes,
You can?
I can. Hold on, wait. Let me go to YouTube.
All
I'm not live right now. Oh, oh. I'm trying to find her. I'll see you right now. Can you help me find it?
I'm looking for.
Help,
Yo,
help,
what up, chat?
help. I can't find it. Help.
Why is it coming up and cutting my screen?
You want live first before you fix it?
Oh, wait.
Okay, there's the chat. Chat. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, get in here. Get in here. Pootie, turn your camera on. Turn your camera on.
I found it.
Turn your camera on.
My camera is on.
No, I'm talking about on the FaceTime. On the FaceTime.
FaceTime?
On the FaceTime. Yo, get in here. No, don't.
Hello?
Say hi.
Hi.
All right, now get out of here. All right? Mwah, I love you. Bye. Bye. Yo! My babies was sick this weekend, so they wasn't with me. So, Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all see the title, though. Y'all see the title. What up, what up, what up? Hold on. Let me get everything together. What's up? What y'all doing on a Sunday, man? All right. I need this chat to shrink. What are y'all doing on this Sunday? Big love from South Africa. Salute, salute. I got a notification this time. P-Dot, salute. Platinum Swords, Major Ant, you already. Salute, salute, salute. No, I don't want this here. All right, I guess that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Go over here. Is this? Y'all see the title? You know what's funny? I've been watching these Terrence Howard interviews, right? And it's wild to think Terrence Howard played War Machine in the Marvel comic books. Well, the Marvel movies. Iron Man and shit. This motherfucker's really Tony Stark's. Like in real life, Terrence Howard is Tony Stark's. This is crazy. No more Shadow Bear. You got the notification? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. What's the numbers at? What we looking at? Y'all know what to do. Wipe your feet before y'all hit the door. Wipe your feet. Hit the like. Share the notification. Hit the like. Share the notification. You know what I'm saying? Let's get everybody in here. So, I've been looking at these Terrence Howard interviews. Oh, shoot.
You're not mic'd up.
Oh, that's right. Can y'all hear me?
You should still mic up.
Here, Jen. Wait. Plug that in. Yo. Audio better? Audio better? It's right here. I'm not gonna use it yet. And of course, paper unless you's a mother. Yeah. Audio good. All right. What's up, man? What y'all doing on a Sunday? Talk to me. What's the team doing on a Sunday, man? What y'all doing on this Sunday? Is this good? This messed up? Boom. Audio been good. All right. Boom, bang, boom, bang. Let's get to it. How is this still up? Okay, hold on. I gotta. Boom. Let me fix this real quick. Boom. Infinite window. Boom. Back to Sony. Boom. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. At church, you at church watching me? Yo, Stene. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. God bless you. Me, Mike Epps, and Lil Duval watching right now from Glendale, LZ. I rock. Salute. Shout out to Mike Epps and Lil Duval. That's what's up. So, yo, this Terrence Howard shit, it's been tripping me out. Because, you know, you Hustle and Flow, of course, the War Machine, him playing War Machine in the Iron Man movies and all that. Well, in the first Iron Man movie, after the second one, they pretty much got him out of there because they wanted to bring him back for like $1 million. Meanwhile, they gave Robert Downey Jr., you know, at 10 milli. So I don't know if Robert Downey kind of cleared him out the budget or what, but you know, it's foul because if the first joint made like $1 billion, like how do you tell people like, yo, we want you to come back for $1 million? That's kind of fucked up, but you know, it's the environment of Hollywood, and you know, in this interview, he gets into all that. In his interview with Joe Rogan, he kind of talks about that too, and the environment of Hollywood and all that. Shit is crazy. But to see him sit here, you know, Terrence Howard, and hear him talk about all this, you know, all the science stuff and you know, breaking codes and changing quantum physics and how and announcing that the way we've been doing it all this time is wrong, and he got it's some different shit. It's some real different shit. And a lot of people were trying to write him off, and I get that part. Because, you know, if you didn't go through the same process that I went through to become, you know, this physics master and all this shit, like, it's like trying to explain all that Dr. Sebi shit to a person that's been like a fucking doctor for like 20 years, right? They might acknowledge that there's some pieces of it that is what it is, but they've been studying this way. They've been studying all this shit for years. So it's like, ain't no way after I done spent half my life learning this shit and then putting it into play, and then you gonna come along and say, yeah, I never read none of those books, but I got the right way. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all saying Terrence about to have that, like that's about to happen to her? I don't know about that. But yeah, so it's like the same thing. So for all these physics guys, all these quantum physics guys, they're kind of like trying to silence what he's saying. And there's not many of them that will admit, like, yo, he's on to something. They're trying to downplay it because how fucking dare you come out of the blue You didn't go to the schools I went through. You didn't sit through the lectures that I had to sit through. How dare you show up and tell me everything that I learned was wrong? And you got it right.
This rapper actor.
This rapper actor, like, hold on, Jay, you got a mic?
No, I'm not mic'd up.
You micing?
You can mic me up. I watched it with you, so how dare you?
So basically, like, you got the Weinstein dude that's come out and spoke against him. You got a couple of guys. Hold on. I'd like to see some of the stuff that he's creating, right? So he went on the PBD podcast, PBD podcast, right? I like this guy. This guy, he reminds me of like a ex-cartel guy, like where he talks. It's like, so what you're telling me is, you can move about 500 kilos at a time. Like, he sounds funny when he talks. Like, he just sounds like, you know what I mean? I feel like he brought Terrance onto this podcast to try to make him look like he don't know what he's talking about a little bit.
No, that's what he did.
Nah, he did. I don't know this dude.
That is what it was giving. Like, he was giving the platform to prove him wrong from every direction to try to make what he was saying incorrect. But Terrance kept pushing past it, like, no, this is what this means.
So
this is what.
So this is what he did, right? So he invited Terrence Howard, and then he invited a guy from Nassau, right?
Terrence Howard works for NASA too.
Terrence Howard works for NASA too.
That's what he said in the beginning.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He said he works for Nassau?
Yes.
Right now.
He did. He's working with them. Excuse me. He's working with them.
Okay. All right. So y'all check out the part. He said, "You sure?" I don't remember that part.
You'll never hear from me again. I'll walk away. But if I'm right,
Let's check it out. What does PBD stand for? I wonder. I'll figure it out. I need you on tech, Jim. I need you
the
on the
right
laptop.
way today. The reason for it is because when you and I were speaking, we're going back and forth. And Pat, can you read this? Can you read that? Can you read this? And I'm reading it. It's as if I'm reading a different language, right? Because this is not my space.
This is not my space. I sell cocaine. No, let me chill. Hold on. Smart guy, Harlem Vindicated. Who's that? I don't know. Try to play him. Yeah, he was from Nassau. Eric didn't shut him down. He actually praised his train of thought while respectfully correcting him. What is this one called again? The PBD podcast, right? Major Patrick, Bet David, his name. It's NASA, not Nassau. Right. Yeah, we know, man. We know. Whatever, right? So
not in this business. I'm not in I'm
and there's points to this interview where you could tell homie's trying to keep up with what, because he invites another dude from NASA. I said it right? Another dude from NASA to like, compare theories and kind of like fact check what Terrance is talking about. And the dude agrees with him on certain points, and they start getting into it. And I'm looking at homie face, and he's like, what the fuck are these two motherfuckers talking about right now? Okay. And I ain't gonna fry, I was sitting there like, yo, why don't I know? I should know. I feel like I should know this shit. My name is Math. I should definitely I should definitely know some of this shit.
To be honest with you, that's why I like watching Terrence Howard's interviews, because I feel like he'll bring your mind there to be like, I should know this, or I didn't know that, or that's cool. Like, just.
Chat, can y'all hear Jenna when she's talking?
Sorry.
Because she keeps interrupting me, and I'm like, what the fuck is she
Like,
talking
right,
for, bro? Like, why she won't just shut the... Yeah, here's a mic.
Jerk.
Yeah, man. Can you tell us why no barbershop? Because the landlord is like a slumlord, and he was siphoning energy or power from the barbershop into other areas of the building, and I guess shit got out of hand with the bill, and the chick I'm subleasing with, she cut the energy, and then the energy to the basement and the first floor and all that shit went out, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of shit. I mean, it sounds like my house. Yeah, he was doing some bodega shit. Crazy. So anyway, I actually got the number to somebody today about doing the barbershop. But before I do that, I'm going to take a road trip. I want to say rest in peace, Bishop Brigante. That was the homie. You know what I mean? He lost his battle with cancer. And, yo, what you doing? Bruh.
What?
Bruh. Get your stuff out of here. What you doing?
Hey, what was that?
Right, so he lost his battle with cancer. And as you know, my bro is going through the same battle. So I just want to make sure that I pull up and spend some time with him and shit. So I'm going to hit the road for a couple of days. I might be going live from like hotels or whatever. I might be in your city. I might be in your town.
Road trip.
You know what I'm saying? After I'm done with this live, I'm packing up and we out of here. So, yes, Bishop was definitely Hoffa gang. Shout out to Bishop. Rest in peace. Love to his family. Right. Yeah. Off the hands. So, damn, I hope I didn't like just give it away. Nah, I doubt it. But yeah. After this live, we probably gonna pack up and hit the road. Might swing through a couple of states. Psych! I'm moving work again. That's what we really doing. Gotta get this money up for this TV studio. You heard? Love and protection, K. Yeah. Okay, so we here. The Mind Energy, Revolt TV. Why are you writing that? Hold on. And not to mention suing a company for discrimination. That's another reason why they're attacking discrimination. And Tony Busby is MAGA. These are facts. Look it up. What is this randomness? 4 years ago, bro. It's fake. Look it up. Should come to the UK. Wrong. Diddy interview with Cedar. What's fake? All right, somebody's wilding in the chat. I'm trying to just figure out what they're saying. What is fake? Go look up what? I'm haunted by the sound of a vacuum sealer. Please don't play with me. Do you watch One Night Stand yesterday, Math? No, I didn't. Bro. I didn't. My baby girl's got COVID. I was pulling up in the middle of the night, dropping off medicine. Tony Busby. What's not fake, bro? What's fake? Yes, yes. Hoffa gang. Chins. All right, man. I'm trying to get this dude to what's not fake. Go look up what.
What?
I don't know. It's like this, one of those guys. You gotta go look it up. You gotta go see it. I'm telling you, the truth is out there. He's one of those guys in the fucking chat. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck he's saying, bro. I can't tell. All right, man. Bro, there's gotta be an easier way. There's gotta be an easier way. Hit the like, share the live. Hit the like, share the live. All right, so boom. So fast forwarding through all this stuff, right? And I want y'all to go check out these Terrence Howard interviews. I think it's dope to see that he's immersed himself in another area. He says he's still going to be acting, but you know he's got this vision. It's some ill shit, bro. Like you really gotta he's talking about unlimited free energy for everyone and like changing the world shit, Tesla shit. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about Tesla the car. I'm talking about Nikola Tesla. So yeah, check out these interviews. But he did have something to say about Diddy. We're going to get into this clip in a second. Howard looks like he flipped. Shout out to Hoffa. Hope everything is blessed.
What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to be life in
What?
All right. So the Asian dude that you see on the right hand side, that's the dude that currently the physicist that currently works for NASA, and he believes that some of Terrence Howard's theories are true about they're not gravity not being like a part of it's I can't explain it. All right. I understand it while I'm listening to him, but I can't repeat it in a way that I know I'm going to be accurate. You dig what I'm saying? So it's basically they're rewriting the way you're supposed to look at quantum physics, right? And he agrees with Terrence on some of his theories. He has a separate theory himself, and Newton's theory. They believe that was bullshit, and that there's more to it than what's being said, right? I believe it too, and I believe that when y'all see UFOs, like you could, don't judge me on this, but the UFOs and shit that people be seeing and all that, I believe there was a group of people at some point. Some of them decided to study this type of science, and another side like went a different direction. No, he didn't prove him wrong. Y'all saying Degrassi Tyson already proved Terrence Howard wrong. No, he didn't. Listen. Again, just like, bruh, if I, out of nowhere, right, I'm known as an actor, this, that, and the third, and you're like a physicist, you think these niggas don't have like a pride about this shit? You think they're really gonna, like, they get paid to come speak, to come teach, and this, that, and the third. So if somebody pops up and is like, yo, y'all got that wrong, and they don't got the degrees that they got and all that, you think they really gonna sit there and be like, you know what, he's right? No, they're not. Because then you cut off what makes them important. You know what I mean? You kind of shut their whole operation down once you be like, yeah, all of you smart motherfuckers over there got this shit wrong. Y'all was taught wrong, and all y'all doing is regurgitating the wrong shit. You think these motherfuckers really want to hear that shit? But there's definitely a stall out as far as how far technology can go under the shit that they're teaching, right? So when you say prove somebody, nah, I don't think that they did. I think that they're stalling out because this dude is actively working for NASA, and he's saying, yeah, some of the shit he's saying is real. I think them other dudes just don't want to look like they got showed up. They just don't want to look like the dummies. Like, you spend your whole life being a nerd. You spend your whole life being a nerd. You'll get no action. You stick to the books. All that, like you stay inside. Your whole life is grounded in being a nerd. And then to find out that you a dumb nerd.
A dumb nerd is crazy. Yeah, you don't want to be a dumb nerd.
And the motherfucker that played and Hustle and Flow is proving that you a dumb nerd? Like, you don't want to go through that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're like, what? I turned down all this pussy to be this nerd just to find out I'm a dumb nerd? Like, they're not going to allow you to realize that they're dumb nerds. They would rather the world suffer. They would rather the world suffer than for you to find out that they're dumb nerds. It's real talk. It's hard out here for a pimp. Facts. This nigga could really have the answers to everything and change up the whole way the world works. Free energy for everyone. You know what I mean? No more raping the earth for minerals and resources. But these nerds are not gonna let you know that they dumb. And ain't no way they're gonna let this nigga. Iron Man, the war machine is about to pop up out of nowhere and be like, yo, y'all got it wrong. Wait a minute. You about to fuck up our whole operation. Ego's a powerful thing, son. Real talk. Shit is crazy. But yeah, but go check out these interviews when you get a chance. Of course, we're going to talk about this one in particular. Now, again, big act. Again, hold on a second, guys. When it comes to all like this Diddy stuff, I feel like some of it be said for shock value, and then there may be some that's actual real stories. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one.
Why do you think that is with the creative side?
Life in
Why do you think
world.
that is with the creative side?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card,
when you lose your man card. Yo, that's the funniest way I ever heard somebody put that. When you lose your man card, like
Can't get it back.
like you like somebody just come take your shit like,
Your man card.
thank you. Nah, you're a bitch now. Ha ha. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. My man said, when you lose your man card. Hold on. Let's bring it back. He's wilding.
to do in order to get to where he was at. There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of.
It's not just that. It's not just that. I noticed like people with really like fucked up traumas, they after a while they start looking for something to kind of like dull out life. You know what I mean? A lot of people exchange their peace for success. I don't know about that because peace is part of my success. Peace is actually part of my success. But to get to success is not, there's going to be difficulties. So I don't know. What kind of peace are you talking about? There's a peace that comes with. No, there's no peace that comes with being broke. There's no peace that comes with being broke. Not in this country.
Not in this country.
Yeah, not in this country. So I don't know. They turn to suicide sometimes too. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. All right, let's get back to this. Boom, 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 boom.
Lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at how he's receiving this information. When you lose your man card.
Look at his face, yo.
When you look, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at his face. When you lose your man card, he said, "What are you saying? What are you saying?" Yo, look at his grill, son. Look at the distress. Look at the distress. Yo. I mean, when you're high though, you do give up a level of consciousness. Nah, that's not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's not the same.
And his face says it all.
Look at his face. Look at the distress in this man's face as he processes what Terrence Howard is saying to him.
A man gives it. He doesn't take.
So what do you mean? What do you mean?
A man gives it. He doesn't. What does he say? What did he say?
A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time.
One time.
You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things. When you give up those things.
Yo, Cali. Shout out to Cali Rose. Shout out to Cali Rose. He said main card. Main card. Batman. Come on, Batman. Main card. Main card. But yo, what you hear what he's saying though? You hear what he's saying, man? Like, the distress. Hold on, let's go back to the distress phase.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to
Hit him with the. You know what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying. Hold on.
Man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man.
Look at his face. Yo. But real quick, I do want to know why Terrence Howard got on a fedora and a hoodie.
You don't get that.
Why you got both of them on? Like,
The hoodie and that.
word. Why does he have both of them on?
It's the physics, my boy.
Yeah, it's like some crazy shit.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man,
Man,
one time. You give up that right for
Man
anything,
card.
for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
He always dressed comfortable when he does a podcast.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he do be looking like
Looks
super
bad,
comfortable.
cool. Yeah,
I don't know, bro. Yeah, it look like you could fall asleep in that outfit anywhere and just be comfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That sweater is definitely one of those.
Yeah, I would love that.
Word. That's like the high level wizard sweater. You gotta be a high level wizard to get that sweater.
Yeah.
You heard? Word. Wow, I just peeped. He got, yeah, facts.
That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
What happened? You put it back?
Yeah, I'm gonna chef up some stuff. I don't want it to pick up.
All right, so you're talking to me while you don't
I'm
have
not
the
gonna
mic.
do it no more. I'm just listening.
Okay. All right. You listening? Sometimes I just mess with Jen just cause. Like I just do it just cause. She be all nervous.
Yeah, like leave me alone.
She be super nervous, son. Like at any time of the night, if you just any time of the night, you just like she's sleeping and you just make a motion by her. She's like
That's not funny.
like, yo, what the fuck happened to you, son? What happened to you, bro? Like, yo,
Protect me.
you did that tour in South Africa and you wasn't the same, B.
Protect me.
Something happened to you. Whoop that trick. All right, let's get back to this.
I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid, and next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone.
Yo, he's coming up with man card. They get fluid. Terrence Howard got a lot of slang for this type of shit. They get fluid, man. They're not solid. They get fluid.
I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid, and next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
We went to a whole different place, you know. In my country, if someone was to take my man card, I would have to take the lives of all the entire family. Their entire family. Someone tried me in a Mexican prison one time, and yo, this nigga, yo, I don't know, man. I just feel like, yo, this nigga Sosa somewhere. Somewhere in the world, this nigga is Sosa. Let's go back.
Foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card.
Maintain your man card.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
Oh. He called out Bieber. I didn't notice that the first time I watched.
And have you been seeing Bieber lately?
No.
Heartbreaking.
What's happening?
He's just high as fuck, online, wilding out, posting subliminals.
What's the what? Justin Bieber's crashing out?
Yeah. Poor guy.
He's rocking the original Gordon Gartrell. Yo, y'all crazy. Yo, I didn't know Bieber was Bieber.
Crashing out. Yeah, he looks bad.
I did see. I saw a weird clip with Bieber and Jaden Smith greeting each other, and it just looked crazy. They say Joe Budden was the first victim. Oh, Justin Bieber. Okay, all right, cool. I was about to say. Fluid. Damn. Damn, son. Damn. So this all right. I got to look that up after this. But this is the first time I heard. I didn't know the first time I watched this. I didn't realize he said Bieber.
See some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with.
Damn,
so it's
son.
like achieving don't mean...
This thing that Terrance is dropping, he's dropping... This is like shit that you don't really hear Hollywood actors talk about, though.
Yeah.
So Terrence Howard must be fully committed to this science shit, because you don't hear actors talk like this and still have careers. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Sold their souls for fame. And that's real, because let's say you got a talent and you believe in your talent, you believe in yourself. And people tell you that, you gotta believe in yourself, man. All these guys giving these success speeches and accepting awards, and don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't, you gotta believe in yourself, and da 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 da. But some of those people might have gotten there the wrong way. Yeah, they had the talent, but to get certain roles or to get certain positions, they might have had to do something compromising their integrity. And they want to feel the win in that moment, but you don't feel the win, because it's like fake. You're still acting. You didn't get this off of your talent. You know what I'm saying? You might have got this off of that neck.
What?
Off of that neck. They might have got it off of that neck. You know what I'm saying?
That neck is
That's crazy. Pass me some juice, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how can you feel like you're successful? From young, your dream was to be successful with this talent, but the neck got you there. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. You can't possibly feel like a success after that. That shit's crazy.
Mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this,
This nigga's upset.
So it's like achieving.
This nigga's upset. he yo, listen. You know, this conversation is going in a very different direction right now. And you know, I if someone tried to take my man card, I'm just being honest here, I would stab them 2,076 times. Look at his face.
End up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are, and that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have.
Who you think he's talking about? Who do you think he's talking about? Who's the woman? Who do y'all think he's talking about?
They have the Oscar, but they don't have their dream. You think Angelina did that?
Angelina? Nah, I don't think so. I don't want to think. You know what? I don't even want to know who the woman is. I was curious about that whole Monsters Ball shit. Halle and how, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was weird. Denzel got the Oscar after playing a scumbag and not being a hero. Halle got it after she let Billy Bob Thornton run through her. I don't know, bro. I don't know. They talking about Taraji. I don't know. We ain't gonna speculate on none of this. You know what I mean? These are women that I hope to meet in the near future. So we're not speculating on none of this.
Of the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity.
You have to give up that neck. Had to give up that neck, had to arch that back. That ain't it.
To do it so that they can stay in place. What benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then.
What? Hold up. Hold on, let me get this straight. So you go to this man's crib. Didn't homie talk about this on Mav's show way back? Protect your neck, y'all. Big girl for life. Shout out to you. Protect your neck. You heard? You heard? Protect your neck. Now niggas say, yo, I want you to come to my crib and be my acting coach. And you get there and you like, all right, what's the material? This nigga said, he's just looking at me. You know, I go over to his house, I'm like, what's the material you want to go over? And he's just looking at me. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
To be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman.
A number of producers. He's saying in Hollywood, a number of producers will come to you and talk to you like you a female. Hit you with what that mouth do. You know what I'm saying? Hit you with what that mouth do. And you, Terrance is like, and you threaten them, and threaten to knock their head off. In a calm fashion, he's like, and you threaten to knock their head off. Hold on, bring this back, B.
What?
Punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock.
Punch them in the mouth.
Coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay role.
Yo, y'all crazy. He just said Terrence Howard's eyes had Diddy at hello. Stop. Stop. The light skins? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Okay, why would y'all just randomly write Soldier Boy in the chat? I don't know. What does that mean?
Approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept.
You heard?
So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
Because the man card means everything. Listen, man, I don't know shit about science, but whatever the fuck Terrence Howard is talking about, he's right. He is right. He is right. And this is not a shot to anybody. Some people have an idea of how they want to live their lives, and I kind of identify with what Terrence Howard is saying. And I say that proudly with no fear of excluding myself from any checks that might come from some other shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with speaking about shit like this. I'm fully aware that there's a level of control that goes on. Like I remember when I did Joe Budden's show, and we had a conversation about certain things, and he didn't release it because he felt like it was homophobic. Jen, you remember that episode?
I remember that episode. I was there.
What was the thing that was so crazy? Because I don't remember what was so crazy besides me just saying like.
So I believe it just was your opinion on, because remember that's around the time you were talking about when he made the statement like I'm gay or I'm bi.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Right.
When he went to the internet, but he was just joking.
Right.
But the backlash he got from it was like, oh my God, Joe Budden comes out as gay. All you kind of did was give your opinion on it, like
Right.
you didn't really say anything too crazy.
So that you don't think that episode would have got like niggas banned and shit like
I
that?
don't think it would have got anybody.
Yeah, so I always
People have
wondered
said
about
worse
that. Like,
things.
why the fuck all of a sudden,
People have
like,
said worse things.
people have said worse things.
Yes.
And being that it wasn't the whole conversation, I always wondered why he never dropped that episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't gonna speculate on that neither. You know, but I feel what Terrence Howard is saying. I feel what he's saying. What y'all talking about, chat? Well, it is what it is. I'm all for this though. The protecting your man card. Now y'all said Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that's so sad.
What's sad?
Just him crashing out, seeing him crash out, and all of that stuff that just came out with Diddy and
What do you mean all what stuff?
how he lived with, was it Diddy or Usher? One of them. I don't know. Look it up.
Usher and Bieber stayed with Diddy
Okay.
at some point.
Yeah, and then what? Look.
Out looking down, while there have been rumors swirling about
Whatever happened to him?
I don't really want to. I don't know. Oh, wait. Wrong shit. Every baby in more trouble and it's Justin crashing out. This was kind of. Bro. I
Hey yo.
will say this though. That Will Smith album is pretty good.
Segway.
Segue. That Will Smith album is pretty good. I don't know if y'all heard it. There are some parts that I'm like, I fuck with Will, of course. I do think Joyner Lucas had a lot to do with the album, in one way or another. I think that some of the songs are dope. It's just even the preachy, the preacher skits and all that. I would have preferred that to been his actual speaking voice and not like a play, because you're delivering a real message, and we don't I don't know, but that first track I know is definitely about my expert opinion. The barbershop track is definitely about my expert opinion. Definitely. I know that for sure. The rest of it there's a couple tracks on there about, he kind of breaks down certain things he goes through and how he deals with it. You know what I'm saying? It's real religious. There's a lot of God factor in a lot of those songs, right? But yeah, it's just the parts where he gets like this. It's kind of like goofy tone that I don't really fuck with, because I'm like Will, you grown, bro. Like we don't want to look at you as Goofy Will no more. Like, you not Goofy Will, my nigga. You up here slapping the shit out of niggas in front of everybody. You barking on niggas. Like, you're not really Goofy Will like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe that's for like his brighter clientele. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Jada Pinkett said she missed Tupac after his album dropped.
Yo. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
Bruh. Stop. What would you rate the album 1 to 10? I give it a 7.
Yes.
I give it a 7. There's some joints that's really good. There's some that, when you go into that kind of goofy bag, I don't really like. I like the Tantrum joint with Joyner. I like the oh, you looking for me? But I don't like the way he's saying that. We was talking about this.
You can find me on IG.
You can find me on your IG. It's like he does that. It's like a weird. You know what I mean? The verses is fire. But when he gets to, oh, you looking for me? You could probably find me on your IG. It's like, bro, you could have been like, oh, you looking for me?
Yeah, right.
You could probably find me on your IG. But he's like, oh, dang. It's like goofy. But it's not like the whole project ain't like that. I'm just telling y'all that's the little piece that I ain't like.
Yeah, that song that he with the gospel,
Yeah.
choir.
What is it?
What's his last name?
Huh?
Friday.
Yeah, the joint with Friday is fire.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, after Pursuit of Happiness, my nigga, cut the goofy shit out, bro. We don't want, you know what I mean? He should have had Nas write for him, yeah, because Nas is anti. Nas is like, nah. We not doing goofy on this track, Will. We not doing goofy on this track. You gotta go back to the laid back. You know what I'm saying? Nas wouldn't allow the goofiness.
In an interview, Will Smith said he called Jay-Z and asked Jay-Z for advice on doing this album, and Jay was just like, just be you. Like, just do your thing.
Jay, they can't hear you.
They can't hear me because I can hear. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
A word?
Jay said, just do you. He said he called Kendrick, and Kendrick was just kind of like, fuck that, don't hold nothing back. Like,
Yeah, but
this is
this is what I'm saying. This the same shit that I'm saying. We looking for him. Don't hold nothing back. Like talk about all this shit. Like let it fly.
Yeah.
But I don't think they meant let the goofy out. I don't think they meant let the goofy out. But like a lot of the album is good. So don't pay attention to me and how I feel about tones and shit like that. You go check it out yourself. But I was very surprised though. I was surprised. Not to say that I sleep on. Pause. Not to say that I was sleeping, but it would there's some joints that I was like, okay. You know, I'm from Brooklyn, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we don't need that summertime will. That summertime will was kind of a fake Rakim. Remember John D'Amata? I don't know. I think all right. So y'all okay. Whatever your preference is, that is your preference. I think what Terrence Howard is saying is when you give that up, and it's not what you do. You dig what I'm saying? I don't think he's talking about the guys who want to be like that. I think he's talking about the people who were put in a compromised position for an opportunity.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
He's talking about that giving up your man card. Because, there's some motherfuckers walking around like just handing it out. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Party.
Right. Out there, you know what I'm saying? There's motherfuckers out there flinging a man card. So he ain't talking about that. He's talking about the niggas who walked in with it, wanted something, and to get it, they had to give this up. You feel me? That's who he's really talking about. So it ain't about preference and all that shit. I think it's about compromising your body for an opportunity. Compromising your soul for an opportunity. That's the issue here. That shit is crazy though, man. This shit crazy, man. This shit is crazy. Will Smith on Oscars falling out. I Am Legend 2. How they gonna do I Am Legend 2? I don't know how they gonna do I Am Legend 2. Didn't he die in the first one?
He did, but I think if they do, they'll probably find a way to bring him back. Like
That's kind of like that movie 50 did, Den of Thieves. Some of these niggas died. Like, how did you?
Did you watch the second one?
No, I didn't, because them niggas was dead. I learned my lesson from shit like that, bro. I had a chick catfish me one time for like 2 years. For like 2 years, this chick got me, son. I ain't even gonna, no, like, real talk. Real talk. Her name was Sasha. This bitch died and everything.
Sasha, you're a bitch.
Yeah, Sasha, wherever you at, fuck you, man. Fuck you, you fat bitch. I knew you was a fat bitch from the first time I heard your fucking voice. But you just had too many pictures of a bad bitch. You just had too many pictures. You know what I'm saying? This is before, like, FaceTime and all that. This is when niggas was, like, young. Like, this bitch really catfished me. Like, had me thinking I was talking to this bad Indian joint. But she just, she just on the phone, she had a little, BLG, POPPA. She had a little bit of that tone.
That's crazy.
She had a little bit of that.
Nah, but you ever met a beautiful woman and her voice was like...
A beautiful woman and her voice is crazy?
They match. What's up?
Nah.
You lying.
Who?
In all your life, never.
A beautiful woman and her voice ain't match?
Because she couldn't sound sound like that. And she really could have been.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there's some chicks that got like raspy voices or whatever. But it was suspicious, bro. Like if I'm talking to you and sometimes I hear you breathing, that's a little weird. It's a little weird. But this chick just had she had unlimited photos. She had unlimited photos of some bad Indian nurse. You know what I'm saying? That she was just, she would be at work. She said shit from the bathroom. Like, I don't know how the fuck this was happening. I don't know who she knew that gave her this fucking endless supply of this Indian chick's fucking, but she was bad. She's bad. Indian chick with a black girl ass, like, bad, right? But Sasha, her story was, she got, you know, she used to deal with this dude that hustled in Queens, and then he got killed, and then she moved down to Maryland or whatever, blah, 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 and she was out there doing nursing and all that shit, right? So one day, I think after the third time that she was supposed to come to New York, and she didn't, I was like, man, fuck this bitch. This shit, now I'm really thinking this is a catfish. Like, you know what I mean? So I started curving her phone calls and ignoring her. Mind you, this chick used to call me and be on the phone all the time, right? So I'm ignoring her. Like, I used to talk to this chick so much on the phone that sometimes her sister would get on the phone. Another fat bitch, right? So
Was it really another person or she switched?
no, it was two of them, I'm telling you. Because they started popping shit when I blew them up.
Okay.
We're going to get to it, right? We're going to get to it. So I started egging her like, fuck this bitch, man. This bitch playing. Like, I got time to play. Like, third time you talking about you on a bus to New York and you ain't make it all of a sudden. You know what I mean? So I'm ignoring her, right? And she's texting me, I really need to speak to you. All this shit, da-da-da-da-da-da. Mind you, this bitch done shared with me her life story, all types of crazy shit. Like, this nigga got killed in front of her and all that. Like, it's a whole trauma bonding thing going on. Because, you know, one of my mans got killed in front of me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just shit was deep and diabolical. It was deep and diabolical. But now I'm curving her because I just don't like bullshit people, right? So then her sister calls me one day, and I'm like, yo, what up? She's like, yo, what's up? I got something to tell you. And I'm like, what? She's like, yo, Sasha committed suicide. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, no.
Not Sasha.
No. Bro, I'm thinking it's because of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I added to it, not talking to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, yo, oh shit, she bodied herself. I'm looking at all the texts of her saying, I really need to talk to you.
Now you feeling bad.
Now I'm feeling bad. I'm in interviews talking about rest in peace, Sasha. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. So I'm carrying this weight, right? Carrying this weight. Carrying this guilt. I'm feeling like I kind of like ignored this chick until she offed herself. You know what I'm saying? That's really egotistical of me, right? Really egotistical, right? Like my phone call means so much that the bitch she's just gonna snipe herself. You know what I'm saying? And she don't get to talk to me, she gonna kill herself, right? But I'm walking around with her, I'm carrying the weight, I'm going through it, right? Bruh. So, like a year goes by. A year. I get the phone call. It's her sister. Again, with the breathing. Yo, you know who this is? I'm like, oh, snap, what's up? How you doing? How's everything? She's like, I'm good. But, listen, yo, I got somebody who will talk to you. And I'm like, somebody want to talk to me. I'm like, who's that? She passes the phone. Yo, what's up, Justin? I'm like,
Yo.
Sasha? I'm like,
Yo, Sasha came back from the dead?
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Nah.
I'm like, she's playing. Like, I'm like, how you on the phone? You dead. I was in an interview saying rest in peace. Bro, this catfish thing was out of hand when it first started. It was really out of hand when it first started, right? So I'm like, nah, this can't be. Nah, she's like, yo, I had to go into witness protection, yo. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that killed my man, my boyfriend from Queens was after me, and I had to go into witness protection. So we had to make everybody think I was dead. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, this shit can't be real. I'm like, bitch, prove it. Send a nude right now. Send them titties right now. Send the whole joint right now. Yo, these pictures is bad. You don't understand. You don't understand. I don't know who this chick is, but if I ever run into her in real life, Jen, forgive me. Forgive me. This Indian bitch was bad. Like, I don't know.
Let me see them titties.
Immediately. So I'm like, nah, this can't be real, right? So, I think I was at the studio, and I ended up talking to her later. I'm like, yo, this ain't real. This ain't real. I'm like, y'all playing on my phone, whatever. Write something down on a piece of paper, cause I'm really, cause and the voice is still, come on, why you don't believe me? Why you don't believe me? And I'm like, yo, nah, write something down on a piece of paper, whatever, da-da-da. Jay-Z, this can't be life. It's crazy. I told her, write something down on the paper. She writes something down on the paper. They send me. But the picture is blurry. The picture is blurry with her holding the paper, and the thing that she wrote is blurry. I'm like, hold on. And I go back to another picture where she had wrote something on her back. Well, I guess her sister wrote it on her back or whatever, right? I'm like, wait a minute. I look at them. I'm like, yo, this is the same font. The same font on the paper is the same font. I'm like, this. It's two fat bitches, and they just good with Photoshop. They're just really good with Photoshop. But every picture that I ask her to like write something down is blurry. It's like fucked up. So I'm like, oh, okay, they playing with me. They playing with me. They said Math was in love with Biggie. Hit with a wig. So she's like, yo, you don't believe me, love? You believe me? I said, I played it off, right? And, back then I was in the other stuff. I was in the other shit. So one day I call her up and I'm like, yo, no, she calls me. And I'm like, yo, I can't talk right now. Niggas ran up in my spot, pause, da-da-da. Yo, I gotta get back right now, da-da-da. I can't even talk right now. Get off the phone. She's texting me, is there anything I could do to help? Is there anything, da-da-da-da-da-da? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, send some bread. I like, send some bread. You want to be on the phone fucking talking to me all the time, fat bitch, send me some money. Right? So she's like, oh, I can't do it right now. You're going to have to give me some time, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, she's like, is there anything else I could do? I'm like, yeah, you could hop on a bus and come to New York and suck my dick. And she's like, what? I'm like, hop on a bus, come to New York, and suck my dick. That's all I want right now, just that. She's like, why are you talking to me like that? I'm like, listen, you asked me what I wanted. This is what I want. If you can't do it, then get the fuck off my phone. I get off the phone with her. Her sister calls me. Yo, Sasha said you talking to her crazy. What happened? I'm like, yo, the jig is up. The jig is up, you fat bitches.
Yo.
Y'all playing on my phone. I'm tired of this shit. The jig is up. This is like a week after she came back to life, right? So they're like, oh, nigga, we was gonna get you, nigga. We was close to setting you up, nigga. We done got mad niggas. We got NBA niggas. We got this. We got that.
Yo.
They popping shit on the phone. I'm like, well, you ain't gonna get me, bitch. Yo, shit was crazy.
After 2 years.
Son.
Yo.
2 years they pulled that shit off. 2 years. Hold on. Yo, Peace, I'm on the live right now. Yo, Squad 8.
What's up with it?
Ain't shit, I'm on the live right now.
Oh, all right, then. Hit me back then.
I bet.
All right.
Shout out to my man Black De Niro. He got an event coming up in Philly. What?
It's next weekend.
It's next weekend, yeah, I know. Yeah. You're gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna definitely drop some footage of hitting that event up. Other than that, The Cut, Ray Daniels, Math Hoffa, we're doing a freestyle competition in New York, Atlanta, and DC. New York, Atlanta, and DC, where you guys can win $10,000. $10,000. I'm gonna put the link that you can go to register for this. New York, Atlanta, and DC. There's gonna be 3 competitions. Well, 1 competition for New York, 1 competition for DC, 1 competition for Atlanta, and then we're gonna hold the grand finale with the winners of those competitions, and you can win $10,000. All you gotta do is freestyle. All you gotta do is freestyle.
So boom, the link is in your bio, right?
Link is in my bio.
Right now, the link is
And
in
for
your
IG.
bio. Yes,
On my Instagram, go to my Instagram. I hope y'all following my Instagram. I hope y'all following my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. The link is in my bio. Go click on it and register for that.
Yes, and the New York show is on the 27th.
The New York show is the 27th.
Go register now.
Go register now.
Come on.
Go register now. All right? All right. I'm about to shut down this live. Like I said, I'm about to hit the road. So stay tuned. I'm gonna try to get some footage from us being on the road. Trying to get some footage of, hands, and, I'd appreciate it if y'all would just send your prayers and your best wishes for him. DC video production, I bet. Edit projects, just DM me on Instagram. Holla at your boy. But yo, I'm gonna shut this down in a second. Anything you guys want me to talk about before we get off of here? Is there anything that I'm missing? Let me know. Yeah, shout out to Hands. Is there anything I'm missing? Anything I can look up right now? Oh, let me see. And the Biggie sisters, shout out to y'all. Mikey Barslow, what up? Gat, what up, nigga? Yeah, I'm shutting it down, y'all. I'm shutting it down. Peace to everyone. Have a blessed Sunday. Have a blessed week. like I said, I'll be on the road, so I'll be hitting y'all up from there. Oh shit, my whole search was up there.
Your whole what?
My search.
Oh.
I'll be hitting y'all up from the road. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Don't be stressed. Life is truly what you make it. You know, someone sent me something the other day that was very important. I want to say shout out to my man Coach. Shout out to my man Coach. He sent me kind of like this breakdown, a theology on how we are all magnets and how we attract the things that are a reflection of our core beliefs in our actions, right? And in many occasions in my life, when I acknowledge that my core beliefs of myself, or of greatness, or of success, or of winning, and I couple that with my actions and taking the steps in the risk in certain direction, it came to me. And there were times where I felt my core beliefs were I wasn't good enough, or things were gonna fall apart, and you know it was reflected by people that was around me. You know what I'm saying? Or the things that was happening in my life. The same thing is the successful part, the people who came around me. And, you know, and you kind of like, you pick up on the shifts. You kind of see like certain people will come around you, but they won't stay for too long because it's not their frequency. You know what I mean? And there's some people that'll come around you, and and it'll either alter your frequency to a part where you change your core beliefs about yourself and life. Because, you know, we all learn this stuff. We all learn about manifestations. We all learn about God. We all learn this stuff. But we constantly relearn it because we'll either find ourselves in environments where it's not the norm, and we kind of like blend in with an environment that's not really on that until we like catch ourselves and we're like, wait a minute, I believe this, so what am I doing with this? You know what I mean? You gotta kind of just stay in a mindset and be mindful, be really mindful of what's around you. Really mindful of what's around you and what you believe about yourself. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
That makes sense, babe.
Nothing much, bro. Safe travel. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Salute.